another round of applause for my brother Justin Owens for this beautiful. You know, like I was saying yesterday, I think it's crazy that I can still sit in the crowd and, you know, listen to certain people and, you know, still just get chills in my body. And, you know, when I look at this opportunity, all of us in here, you know, including myself, is just super, 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 super blessed. And, you know, I've just been feeling very, very, very grateful, more grateful than I ever have in these last few days, these last few weeks. Because, for one, we got to look at it like, for a lot of us, this is the first time that we've ever even been in an opportunity to make $1 million. And, you know, I'm sitting down yesterday and I'm listening to our CEO, Christopher Terry. And, you know, even though I've heard him say it before, but, you know, the fact that we're in an opportunity that can pay out $10 million a month is absolutely mind-blowing. And we got, you know, before I came into this opportunity, man, you know, 4 years ago, I was broke. You know, I was working a job. I was a regular college student, and, you know, I was thinking, get a degree, get a good job. And, you know, I knew those opportunities, or, you know, what I was doing wouldn't award me $1 million. And for all of us, you may have a job right now, or you've had a job before. You got to think about that job. You got to think about that opportunity. Could it retire your family forever? Could it even make you $1 million? And most of the time, the answer is no. So when I come into this opportunity and I think about my past life, I think about when I did have a job. I think about when I was doing things that I thought would make me successful. There's no way I can give more time, more effort, more energy, more focus to the things that I know won't make me $1 million versus the things I know can. And when I had a job, right, 4 years ago, 20 years old, when I first came into this opportunity, I'm 24 years old now. I would go to work early. I would show up early. I was one of those people who's like, look, let me go over and beyond. And when I look back on it, I can't even believe that I thought like that. But that was me 4 years ago. And for some of you, this may be you now. You go to work early, right? Your boss calls your phone. You make sure you pick up. You got a meeting at the job. You make sure you're there. You make sure you focus. You make sure you're attentive, right? I was even a person at my internship. I would bring donuts and coffee sometimes because I wanted a full-time offer. A full-time, meaning I was ready. I wanted them to take all of my time. I was giving that amount of focus, that amount of energy to something that I knew wouldn't make me $1 million. Something that I knew wouldn't retire my family forever. So when I come into an opportunity or something that I know can, I gotta go over and beyond. If I can show up early to a job, if I can be on time to a job, I gotta make sure I show up to something like this, the first one. If I can make sure I'm at every meeting for my job or something that I know won't retire my family forever, I'm gonna make sure I'm on every Zoom call. If my boss can call me from my job and I'm fumbling my phone to make sure I can answer, there's no way I'm not picking up every time my mentor or somebody in my business calls, because that's a blessing. We have to really pay attention to what we have access to. And you can't look up at God and be grateful for what He's given you if you're too busy looking at the problems right in front of you. Look, it's been about 4 years for me, and you know the thing I hear a lot of is just it's a level of uncertainty for people that come into this business. I still hear it to this day, right? Most people think that they're late. Some of y'all, this is not your first go-round. This may be your second time you joined the business, the third time you tried it. You signed up 2 years ago, but this is the one. Right now, this is the time you're gonna do it. And you looking back thinking, if only I would have just took it serious back then. Or if only I would have just signed up, if I would have just enrolled, when my friend reached out to me back in 2018, 2019, 2017, some 2016. What would my life look like now? See, we put so much focus on being late that we forget that we may still just be early. Right? Christopher Terry walked up on stage yesterday, and I had never even heard him say this. He said that he wants this company to be the first company ever to produce billionaires. We're not only talking about $1 million opportunity, now we start talking about $1 billion opportunity. And if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. Right, hold up your pen and paper if you got a pen and paper. I want everybody to write down the word WAVE.
WAVE.
W-A.V.E. And the first letter in the word WAVE is W. Simply stands for work ethic. Work ethic, work ethic, work ethic. You hear some of the greats say it, all of the greats say it. They come up here on stage, they say work, 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 work. Get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid. Right? Work ethic. It's not a natural born skill. It's not a talent. People with good work ethic, you don't say, oh man, I wish God would have blessed me with great work ethic. I wish I would have been talented enough to have a good work ethic. Work ethic is a decision. A decision that all of us can make today. If you got air in your lungs right now, say, If all of us have air in our lungs right now, we have that ability to make that decision and say, hey, I'm going to work harder. Right? I'm going to work harder than anybody that sits in my level, in my position, and especially making more money than me. I'm going to work harder than that person. That's a decision that we can make today. If you got to self-reflect. If you can look on Instagram, you can look at other people in the room, and you can be okay with the fact that, hey, they're working harder than me, you just haven't made the decision yet. It's the difference between thinking and deciding. Y'all ever heard thoughts become things? It's subjective to me because I think about a lot of stuff, but not everything I think about materializes into my reality. I think about a lot of things. I have a lot of great ideas, but if I don't apply them, they was just a thought, right? You got thoughts, and you got decisions. Decisions become things. It's this word that, I've heard Alex Morton say over and over again. He talks about flow state, right? Being in flow state. And, let's just look at the first part of that word, flow, right? When I'm in flow, I'm feeling good. My energy is great. I feel like I'm, moving forward. I feel like I'm at peace. But then you got flow state, right? You got that state of mind. And when you look at that word, the definition says enjoyment of the process. Enjoying the process. Being happy, being focused on getting to the next level. And a lot of times you've probably been in flow state. You've probably been at this place where you were moving forward. And you knew you were moving forward. You were enjoying working for what you wanted. And most of the times, it's when you're close. It's when you're close to the next level. When you're close to the things that you want. But when you finally get it, that's when people exit that state of mind. I think about the times where, I've been close to the next position, I've been close to a level of success, and at that moment I knew I was in flow state. I couldn't put my phone down. I didn't want to get off a Zoom call. I was showing the plan ridiculously because I knew I was close. I was right there, 5 away, 10 away, 20 away, 100 away. Super close to that next position. For a lot of y'all, even platinum 150. And then you finally hit it. And then you start to look at, I'm no longer close to the next position. I'm no longer close to where I want to be. And then you exit that state of mind. It's this saying, all good things come to an end. Y'all heard that before? All good things come to an end. When I look at the last 4 years of this business, I've seen the business, it's people in this room right now. I've literally watched them hit 2 and 3 ranks in a matter of 60 days. I've experienced thousands of people come into my business in a matter of 2 days. Thousands. I've also experienced my business not move. I've experienced thousands of people leave my business in a day. I've seen all different waves of momentum as far as this business is concerned over the last four years that I've been doing this. But what I will say, just like all good things come to an end, that momentum comes to an end too. And you gotta understand and build that realization. If I'm in momentum, if good things are happening to me, people are coming into my business, at some point, this may not be the case. At some point, things are going to pull back in order for me to propel even further than I was before. So knowing that, if I'm in momentum, if things are moving good, if my business is flowing, and in the back of my head, I know all good things come to an end. This is going to pull back at some point. Well, by the time that it pulls back, I'm going to be at 10 grand a month. I'm going to be at 25 grand a month. I'm going to be at 50 grand a month. I was telling somebody this the other day. I'm going to be honest. A pullback, adversity feels a whole lot better at 50 grand a month versus 5. My business pulling back, right? It feels a whole lot better at 100 grand a month versus 2 grand a month. So if I know this good energy, this momentum that I'm experiencing in my business is gonna come to an end at some point, I'm not gonna give it the chance. I'm gonna stay in flow state. See, the work happens before somebody joins your business. The work happens before you hit the next rank, before you hit the next level. The real work happens when they join. The real work happens when you do reach that level of success. When your business is moving good, when you're in momentum, great things are happening to you, that's when you should be the most focused. That's when you should be paying attention even more than you did before. But what happens, most people don't start focusing up. They don't start having this realization that they need to work until that pullback happens, until people are leaving their business. But in reality, I'm working harder when things are moving good. I'm even more focused when things are moving good. I'm showing the plan even more. Because by the time that it even decides to pull back, I'm no longer doing a call in my Honda Civic. I'm doing a call in my Rolls Royce. Look, the second letter in that word WAVE, A, attentiveness. Attentiveness. What are you paying attention to? You got to think about what you intend on doing. If you intend on going chairman, say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right? If you intend on being a chairman in the next 60 days, say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look. What you pay attention to has to align with what you intend on doing. If I intend on going chairman, if I intend on going to the next level, what I'm paying attention to, the only things that I'm feeding my brain aligns with the next level. So, if I get in my car, I'm listening to personal development. I'm listening to
those recorded Zoom calls, right? I'm not hanging out with people that are not in my business, with people that aren't trying to go to the next level. Look at the person on your left and your right. Tell them, if I can't build with you, I can't chill with you. If I can't build with you, I can't chill with you. I can't chill with you. Let's look at the people that we're hanging around. Right? It got to a point I was so obsessed with the next level. I got around people, you know, my friends that weren't in the business, my friends from college and high school, and some of the conversations, the frequency was so low, I got disgusted. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. What are you paying attention to? Does it align with your intentions? If we intend on being a good person, but we're listening to music about killing people, right? We need to start listening to Sir Trilly. What are you paying attention to? Look at V. Visualization. What are you visualizing? I learned this from David. I'm sure look, if y'all ever have the opportunity to go in his house, he really lives by what he talks about. Honestly, I'm literally telling y'all right now. What are you visualizing? Where you are right here, where you are right now is right here. What you want is here. What you want is here. You may be comfortable where you are right now. And that's usually the problem. Right? I'm grateful for where I am, but I'm hungry for the next level. I'm hungry for where I want to be. Where you are is right here. Where you want to be is here. Your mind leaves first. You can't get rich in the pockets before you get rich in the mind. If my comfort zone is right here, I need my comfort zone to go here. I need to start visualizing being in the car that I really want to drive, being in a house that I really want to live in, having a bank account that I really want to have. I got to start visualizing that. I got to start putting it everywhere. I got to start putting it in my face as much as possible. Because when I go there in the mind and I come back here to where I am in the physical, I'm no longer comfortable. I'm like, I gotta get here. You start getting disgusted. You start getting frustrated. You go back in your car. Look, have y'all ever drove somebody else's car and it felt a little bit different when you went back in yours? Like the steering wheel was a lot looser. I'm pressing on the gas. It's driving a little faster. Because I put myself around something different. I was visualizing something that I wasn't comfortable with. And I started building a new comfort zone for where I really wanted to be. So when I went back, it's like I need to find a way to go to where I was just a few days ago. Or just earlier that day. Screensaver, wall, steering wheel, whatever the case may be. Look, I kid you not. The things that I saw in David's house a few years ago, he literally has today. I had a Richard Mille on my screensaver at Run to Play 1, the first Run to Play. David looked at me, he saw my screensaver, he said it's done. And then I went to go buy it. Before that, I had a Rolls Royce on my screensaver. Then I went to go buy it. So look, if I look at past history, the more I visualize it. Right. I was a Platinum 2000 at the time. So if I look at it, what I visualize, what I've continued to put in my face, over and over again has materialized into my reality. So why not continue to do it? Why not continue to visualize more? Why not continue to put what you want in your face as much as possible? You got to look at what you want more than what you look at, or more than you look at what you have. Because when your eyes adjust to see what you have, it's like, I gotta go back to what I was just looking at. The E is for expectation. Most people, they say chairman in the next 60 days. Who here has said that? Raise your hand. Ever. Or chairman in the next 90 days. I hear it all the time. And then it doesn't happen. Most of the time it's because you weren't even expecting for it to happen. That wasn't even the expectation. It just sounded good. Everybody say chairman in the next 60. No, you don't have to say it. I say everybody says that. Chairman in the next 60 is done. It sounds good. Chairman by the next event. Everybody say it. Why wouldn't I say it? But are you expecting for that to happen? See, the people that expect, they have an expectation for the next level, they're working harder than everybody. They're only paying attention to the things that align with what they intend on doing. They're visualizing where they want to be every single day, 24/7. And then it becomes the expectation. Thoughts become things, yes, right? You gotta, what you want to materialize, yes, you have to think about over and over and over and over again. But you gotta be real with yourself. How many times have you thought about chairman? How many times have you thought about things that didn't happen? Because some of y'all, this is the second go-round. This is the second time you were in the business. I guarantee you thought about chairman the first time. Thoughts become things, but decisions for sure. They for sure do. We got all to make that decision today. I can't get comfortable with just being around it. David said it yesterday, PTSD, post-traumatic success disorder. A lot of us are in this event right now. You're motivated. You're on the edge of your seat. You're ready for the event to be over just so you can go take your business to the next level. Right, I'm sure a lot of y'all feel like that. You get around your team, you get around your leaders, you get around your mentors, and you feel more motivated about the business than you ever have. And then you go back home, we go to our prospective cities, states, and it goes away. That's called momentum by association. It's easy to feel like we get into the next level when I'm around motivated individuals. It's easy to be motivated. It's easy to be inspired when I'm around inspiring, motivated people. It's easy, especially at events like this. But how do you feel when you're at home by yourself? That feeling that you've been feeling these last few days, did it take for you to get to this event to feel like that? If that's the case, look, we gotta raise our level of awareness. So when we go home, we gotta carry this feeling and this energy that we have in this room with us. Look, they say you get close enough to the fire, you get burnt. You get around the right mentors, you get in the right organization, you get around the right company. Most people think, oh yeah, now I'm motivated and the success is supposed to happen. No. I create the fire. I burn everybody I get in contact with. I'm so happy and grateful. Now, I'm a chairman. I'm so happy and grateful.